Hey CDA, and welcome back to Winkeltje, the little shop in English. And we actually have to pay a debt at the end of this day. Well, technically we have to pay it now, but we don't have the silver. So we're going to open the shop and pay it at the end of the day. So we do need to make sure we end today with at least 60 silver, otherwise we're in trouble. We actually planted our artichokes in the garden after the last episode, and I restocked the store, of course, so nothing special going on here. You didn't really miss anything other than the fact that we now are growing our own artichokes, and we actually harvested quite a few new herbs from our little garden. So that's really awesome, really nice. We actually have a little bit of room to grow more stuff. We have some seeds for that, but I wanted to make sure we didn't run out of money because of that payment that we need to do. We are now out of apples. Maybe this guy sells apples. Let's see. He does actually sell apples, and he sells both of these types, but the amount of profit doesn't actually matter, so we'll go for the cheaper one. It's a better investment versus to selling ratio, so it's a higher profit margin basically, and that's what we're here for. Let's buy 4 apples at a huge discount. We can actually buy a little bit more than that. Once again, we do need to make sure we don't run out of money at the end of this day, but I don't think we're in any danger of doing that. These artichokes are really cheap. Is there anything else you were selling for really cheap? Well, these potatoes are quite cheap as well. We have plenty of potatoes though, so we don't necessarily need those. So yeah, let's just buy a whole bunch of artichokes. Maybe just one less and 5 each. Okay, there we go. Buy. Now we can restock our shelves, and people will go and pick them up. You guys really like your apples, don't you? That is a lot of money. We actually have a second trader visiting us today, who is not selling us any seeds at a particularly interesting price. He is, however, selling us quite a huge discount. Artichokes and, well, everything here actually. Do we want to buy anything of this is the real question, because I kind of want apples and we're already growing the rest. And nope, I'm not going to go for that. I probably should, not entirely sure. Depends a little bit on what everyone wants to buy. But we are also growing a lot of this stuff, so I am actually going to buy us some apples, because we're out of that. And the only reason I'm actually ordering that in now is so I don't forget for the next day. Other than that, we're doing pretty good in terms of inventory. We don't necessarily want to have too much inventory either, because, well, then that's just gonna go to waste. Let's water our plants so we don't forget about that. We could harvest this chamomile, and we are going to do exactly that. Let's replant that. Now we have some potatoes and more chamomile. We should probably have left the other chamomile on the plot, but just in case we needed it. Okay, so now what do we want to do? We definitely want to try and get our appeal level up, but we also want to start producing more. We still have these seeds on us, so we definitely want to put down another plot. And of course we are going to put that right next to the rest of it. Then we are going to deal with the menus, because I suck at that. This will make sure that we are now planting 3 plots of chamomile and 1, 2, 3 plots of potatoes. That's probably all we need. And we actually have 2 times artichokes going on as well. Yeah, I think that will do for the moment. I really want to buy the seeds at a discount rather than getting them from the store. I've been burned by that in my previous test place, so hopefully I know what I'm doing. So how are we going to get our appeal up? Let's see, we have a lot of appeal items actually. We don't have a lot of money though. We do have a rug, which is not necessarily the most cost efficient way to get appeal. We could just plaster torches all over the place. Well, all over the place being we can place exactly 1 torch, so not necessarily the most efficient. But I don't think this is actually 85. This is a huge log. Yeah, I was afraid of that. That's actually not gonna cut it. We could actually try to kind of min-max if we take out our small rock over here. And we then place down something like what gives us a huge amount. So this wall lamp actually gives us quite a lot. Can we see? I keep asking that. We can't see how much appeal we need. I don't think we can. There's definitely some items that are more efficient than others in terms of how much appeal they give you. But I don't think there's any way for us to get to level 5. So let's just open shop and take it from there. Now, we currently have 4 different items that we're selling, and once again, the only reason that we are only at 4, and by the way, you can actually see what your shop is specialized in by the little board on the outside. That's really nice. And there we go. I was about to say we're probably going to get a 5th item soon, and now we have people asking for lavender. Now, we don't have any of that, so we're just going to order 2, just so we can make sure we sell one of them to this guy. Let's make sure we stock up on potatoes. And then we're going to sell that to you. The other one we're going to place down there. Why are you not restocking automatically? Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, no, 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 he left. That's a shame. I was actually too late. Anyway, I'm actually going to place that there. And oh, it's so bad that we missed him. Oh well. We'll just have to do it on hard mode then. Which is fitting considering we are actually on hard mode, but okay. Oh, we actually have another vendor incoming. Well, that makes up a little bit, I suppose. Let's put the lavender over there. We're actually out of potatoes as well. Now let's make sure we don't miss this one. So what are you selling us? He's actually selling lavender seeds at a pretty high discount. We are quite a few days off from having to do anything about that, so let's get 2 of these. Do we need more artichokes? Probably not. All of these are pretty expensive, so let's not get those just yet. We also want to make sure we max out our appeal. What do we need? Do we need artichokes? No, we don't. So do we need these? Definitely not. Do we need potatoes? Yes, we do. Actually, 75% discount is huge. Just one is probably worth just buying all of them. Although it is already close to closing, yeah. Okay. I should probably not have bought all of them, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's water all of this. We can probably harvest this and then just put in some lavender. There we go. Now, I actually do want to get another one of these going because we do have so many seeds. Let's just do another plot. Let's make this a huge little factory. After all of that playing of Dyson Sphere, I cannot not think in factories. So that's once again a huge amount of different combinations. Makes us a little bit more flexible in terms of what we set where. And we do have 30 left, so that sounds like room for another torch to me. Can we fit one here in the corner? That looks nice. And now we're at appeal level 5. Now, we're actually at the maximum appeal level that we can reach at the moment. But due to the fact that we are level 11 with our shop, we can unlock a new shop set to increase the shop appeal limit. Now, in order to do that, we are unfortunately going to need 375 silver. So that is going to take a while. I'm actually just going to go through a couple of days, kind of going through the same rhythm over and over, and make sure we save up to have that 375 silver. So, be right back. And we're back. We are now on day 22, so this actually took me quite a while, and I'm not entirely sure if it has to do with the fact that we're farmers and we're not really making high level items, although we are now growing quite a few different things. So beans, among other things, we are now able to grow and produce. As you can see, I expanded my farming plot quite a bit. We are now also selling cheese, mandrake. We expanded our display area a little bit, even though we are currently still only able to work within this small little plot. I actually just missed the vendor. Whoops. Okay, we are going to have to actually buy a few things. We are not producing enough lavender. We're also out of mandrake. Let's buy 1 or 2 apples while we're at it. How are we on cheese? No, we're out of cheese as well. Everything else we have. Now, let's see. We can actually... I keep mistaking the potatoes for chamomile, so that's not necessarily something we want to do. Let's restock quickly because we are out of everything. What's on this table? Oh, chamomile. Apparently we don't need any of that for our current customers. We probably want to buy at least 1 more lavender seed, so let's go and do that. Apples at a huge discount, sounds good. I'm inclined to buy a lot, but we don't really have the room for that. And everything else, well, cheese we can get definitely. And that should be enough. There we go. Now, let's deal with our little hub over here. So let's make sure we water this. Let's make sure we plant some more lavender. There we go. Let's water this. Let's water this as well. We can probably start harvesting some of this. There we go. Pressing R when you're in a planting area also helps speed things up. We don't necessarily want to do this. We do need to water these things. We actually still have asparagus on us, so we don't need to go and get that. We do want this chamomile. There we go. Now we are currently overburdened, so that's not a good thing. We can unload a little bit though. So slow. Why are we so slow? Well, we know why we're so slow, but I don't really want to get rid of any of this though, so yeah. Anyway, we have the money now to unlock the next level of appeal, so let's go and do that. As you can see, we actually are already high enough level to actually unlock next year as well. We're going to need a lot more silver for that. But there we go. We are already almost level 6 now. And just maybe buying something like a nice little bush or maybe a wall lantern. Sounds good. We have some more space for that. Maybe here in the corner or maybe in this corner. We don't actually have a light there yet. There we go. Level 6. That will bring in more customers and pretty much means we're good to go and level up our appeal a little bit more. Now, in order for us to proceed to the next little part of this game, and that is to kind of expand our farm, we're going to once again need a lot more silver. So I'm gonna spend a few more days doing exactly what we've been doing already, and then we're going to meet back and actually increase the size of our little shop and make it a little less little. Alrighty, so it took me a few days to gather up some more money. We had to pay up due to our debt as well, so that made it take a little longer. We are now growing quite a few different things, but I don't think I've added anything special here. But we do want to start expanding our little shop now. And I'm saying a little shop, not even noticing that, yeah. That, yes. We will definitely... Whoa, no. We do not want to have walls all across this place. I'm not entirely... Or, doors. I'm not entirely sure why I did that. Let's go just with walls. That's just fine. So, let's do this. Why did you actually buy that? Can we sell that? We don't necessarily need to sell it, actually. And that would give us a little bit of storage room to actually place our, storage. Yeah, let's go with this. Yes, I would like to accept those changes. Now, we did sell a few of those items. That's okay. We are going to replace some of them anyway. But first things first, I want to buy a large pallet. That will give us 30 inventory. Should fit nicely in this corner. There we go. That means we can probably sell one of these though. There we go. And let's see, so we can rearrange things a little bit. So let's take this storage, let's put it maybe right next to our inventory. That's always a very good idea, just burn your inventory. So let's see. What we could actually do is set up these tables slightly different. I do need to get out of the way in order for that to work. There we go. And we have unlocked a couple of new things. So what we can actually do is try and see what we can make in the stove. Oh wow, this thing is large. That means that we should probably move this somewhere else. It's a little bit inconvenient, but hey, we're a little store. We have to be efficient with our space. We also unlocked the alchemy table, by the way. And the main reason I just want to try these things out. Let's see. Yeah, so that's what I thought. This is actually using quite a few different components that we are actually growing ourselves that we can then turn into food. And even though, for example, what do you need for that? Well, you can make pretty much anything into vegetable soup. That's interesting. Anyway, but artichokes sell for 6, and we can make those artichokes into vegetable soup. And I should probably have done this way earlier. And by doing so, we can sell it for 12. And we can also make porridge, and we can make that from wheat. And wheat sells for what? 12, 13, something like that. And this sells for 19. So you can straight up process this and still make a huge profit. So I think we should stick with the stove rather than the alchemy thing. But let's see. So that means we can now make soup and porridge. So that's 2 new items, and that means we need another table. Hello? Yeah, there we go. Let's place this table over here. Let's make sure people can reach it. We're going to buy another table. And we're going to place that over there. Now we are at appeal level 6, so that's good. Is this the maximum level? No, I don't think so. Let's see. So, in order for that to work, we are going to have to actually make some soup. We have plenty of artichokes to go around, so let's make some soup. There we go. Let's place some soup. And what's the other thing that we could make? We could make porridge. And we have some lower level items that we can make into that. Actually, let's make 2. Will it automatically use the lower one? I think so. There we go. And then we have porridge there. Let me think. Do we have everything else now? We did remove 2 of those things up there. So actually, let's just check the tab. So we have chamomile, we have lavender, we have mandrake. Do we still have mandrake? Yeah, we do. We have mandrake, we have... Oh, it's actually the grain itself. We have potatoes over here, right? Yes. So we took down the grain. We still have apples, artichokes, asparagus. So actually, we don't have these asparagus either. So let's see. We can probably fit in a shelf somewhere. This is a wide shelf. Yeah, this should be fine. So we have a shelf over here where we will be placing some wheat as well as asparagus. There we go. So we are now actually improving our shop quite a bit. And I also think that means it's time to hire some staff. So let me see if I can remember which button it was that gets us to the staff screen. There we go. So we have a lot of beautiful little women that we can, well, they're not little women, I should say, that we can hire. Some of them are a lot more expensive than others. So this lady over here, Janneke, is actually going to charge us 31 salary. But she can also carry 5 items. However, Lente here is pretty much as fast as Janneke is. She only costs 13 per day. She can carry 1 item less, but it's almost a third of the cost. I think she's a much more efficient employee. All the other ones, not really interested to know, so we are going to hire Lente. We are going to hire her. And we have now unlocked a new option. And yeah, let's see. So we have quite a lot of inventory space now. Let's make use of that. We can probably harvest some of this. And we are making some very high level items over there. It's not necessarily a good idea to harvest so much, for the simple reason that if we're not able to sell it, it will go bad, and well, then you get a lower profit from it. So we're just going to leave everything else in here. Now let's open up shop. And then hopefully after today, when we sell a lot of more stuff, we can start investing a little bit more in making our shop look even prettier. To be honest, I think it's already starting to look pretty good. But yeah, we definitely want to expand, and Janneke over here is now going to restock for us, so that's really good. Did we sell any of our food yet? No, we didn't. Do we have any cheese? No, but maybe this guy sells us some. And no, he doesn't actually sell us anything we want, so go away. We are out of our asparagus. I don't think we have any of that waiting for us, do we? Nope. Actually, we had a lot of our inventory, we just didn't have it on the table, so yeah. We need more beans and we need more cheese, and we are going to have to at least buy the cheese. Let's also buy some apples while we're at it. Anything else we are low on? Chamomile, actually, that's interesting. And apparently we have quite a few people that are requesting that. We're not selling any of our food for the moment, but and there we go. And yeah, that was a pretty efficient day, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Can people actually reach this table? Let me check. No, they can't. Okay, so that explains why we were not selling anything. Let's place it down there for a moment. Well, what we could actually do is just buy a small piece of land over here. Now we need a new door. Otherwise we won't be able to actually reach our farm, which, you know, is a little bit important. There we go. Alright, would you like to accept these changes? Yes. And now we, of course, are not going to leave these tables like they are right now. Let's just sell this table for a moment. Okay, so now everyone should be able to reach that. Now let's buy another table. And people should be able to reach this just fine now. It's in the other table, so this is actually annoying. What was on this table? I actually forgot what was on this table. Oh, I think it was the asparagus and the beans. Beans? Actually, no. It was the. We have wheat and beans over there. Let's see. What was over there? What was over there? I honestly don't remember. What do we have over here? We have the mandrake. We have the chamomile. We have. Okay, so it was actually the artichoke. And what else? Potatoes? No, these are actually potatoes. They look so much alike. There we go. And beans. It was the beans. Beans. We don't actually have any beans. Can we harvest beans now? Almost. We can almost harvest beans. We are actually going to harvest at least the lavender. And let's replant that as well. Do we have any chamomile that we can harvest? We do. Go. It's a lot of watering to do. Do we want any of that? No, we don't. We have a pretty good stockpile, actually. We just need some mandrake, I think. We have not a huge amount of chamomile. We should probably see if we can buy some, but I don't want to buy them at a very high cost. So let's just see if we can find a vendor that will sell us some at a decent price. Let's get some more mandrake. We have all of that. Can probably get some more cheese. Maybe an apple. And then some beans. Let's buy one less of those and one more of those. There we go. Can actually put that on the tables. And then we can buy 2 more beans. There we go. And then I think we're good to go to open shop. You could see Lente is already being picked. She's charging up front apparently. Oh, good for her. Now let's see if we can actually sell some of this food. That would be nice, considering we have spent quite a few investments making it. It was very convenient to have someone help me out restocking the store at this point, considering how much stuff we have in it. Hey, we sold our first food item. Nice. We actually need more beans. We don't have beans on this table for some reason. There we go. There you go. What are you selling? Potato seeds at a low cost. Well, that's not really what we want, is it? Porridge. We could buy porridge and just sell it again. It's only a tiny profit though, so I don't think that's necessarily worth it. This chamomile is at a very low discount though, so that's definitely worth buying some of. Especially considering we're not making that much at the moment. Maybe not overdo it though. You can't really go wrong with these apples considering we can't grow them. We're not quite out of artichoke anyway, so I think we're good. Let's buy. There we go. This is what should be on that table. Now let's see what this vendor has for me. Do you have some seeds? Wow, you have epic level asparagus. That's really good and actually a pretty decent price as well. Let's buy one of those, why not? We wanted some chamomile, so let's get some. Maybe some wheat as well. There we go. That's a pretty hefty investment, but I think it will pay off. Why did it get so dark? Oh, it's almost midnight. Makes sense, makes sense. Alrighty. We are going to make ourselves a little bit of vegetable soup, I think. No, not vegetable soup, porridge. Let's make us one more of those. So we have a mini stockpile of that. We are going to water this. We are going to buy another plot of that. Maybe like this. Leave a little path there in the middle. Because we want to go in this direction as well. And let's see. Let's just plant all of that. It looks pretty good. There we go. There we go. Water all of that. Okay. And actually... Oh, I actually didn't want to do that, but that's fine. That's fine. We have the inventory space. We might as well. Did we water everything? I think we did. We are still very low on lavender. Some of the income. Actually, we have the beans already here, so let's make sure we replant those. What else do we need? We have plenty of apples. We have some cheese. We probably need some mandrake. We don't have the inventory space for that. That is something we can fix, but we don't have the gold for that, or silver I should say. Let's just open shop once again. Hey, the fair is in town, how fun. Fun activities and excitement to be found. It attracts people from all around. Fun stuff for sure. Alright guys, and to be honest I think this is a pretty good place to stop. We have now expanded to having our own stove. We now actually are hiring people to do some of the work for us. So that's really nice and cool. And as you can see there, she's actually doing a pretty good job in keeping our place stocked. Now, what I want to do in the next episode is really expand on our farm. Expand our farm for sure, and also really expand on our little store. Let's see what you have in stock though. So you are selling us asparagus and beans at a very low price. Sure, why not? And then lavender, yes, let's take one of those as well. And yeah, let's just take chamomile as well. I mean, at this point, we have so much stuff that we... Let's see. So what do we want to prioritize? I think the lavender, considering how low we are on that all the time. And then we have one more plot, and then I think we're pretty much good to go when it comes to actually the amount of plants that we're setting up. So that should get us into a position where we can just focus on expanding our shop, expanding our appeal, making more money, and so on. So I really hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and I'm just going to quickly finish this day so that we can wrap up. But yeah, if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and of course I will catch you in the next one.